Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Saara Soni, a second year MBBS student, and in this video, we will talk about how to study anatomy in first year MBBS. When I was in first year, I found anatomy to be the hardest of all the three subjects. So obviously, I devoted a lot of time to it and ended up learning some tips and tricks to memorize the subject better. So today, I'll share with you the whole methodology I followed to study anatomy. Step 1 is to develop an interest in the topic that you're about to study. To do that, I used to watch Kenhub YouTube videos. These are amazing animated videos that show how the muscle, vein, or bone, or whatever part of the body you're studying actually looks and how it actually works. So, in a way, these videos instill the importance of studying that particular topic. Also, there is Netter's Atlas, which also has great pictorial representation with proper labeling of the anatomy of the human body. So, going through the atlas or going through these videos cultivates an interest in the topic that you're about to study. Now that you've cultivated an interest in the topic, let's move on to the step 2. Step 2 is to study the topic from books or from videos. Now you have to decide whether you want to study the topic from books or from videos. Both are great options, but I would suggest create a balance between the two. Study from the books when you have ample amount of time, but when your exams approach, go for the videos. I refer to BDC for gross anatomy and for neuroanatomy, but for referring to the diagrams of neuroanatomy, I used Vishram. For embryo, I had Langmans, and for histology, I had D. Fiore's Atlas. Now, if you're studying from a book, then the first thing that you need to do is study the whole chapter like you would study a chapter of a novel. And after that, you study only those topics. When you go for a second reading, you study only those topics that are important from exam point of view. And you make notes of them. Make notes only when the topic is long, like there is TM joint. It's a long topic, so you have to make notes of it. But if we're talking about a small topic like styloid process, then you can just highlight the important points in the book itself and you need not make notes. If you have decided to study from YouTube, then the best suggestions I have for you are two channels, Essentials of Medical Sciences and Johari MBBS. They cover the videos of all the important topics. All you gotta do is simply watch them. They will help you make notes of the topic and make you understand the topic in an easy and comprehensive manner. Step number 3 is to make notes. Make crisp notes of all the important topics and make as many diagrams as you can. Make line diagrams and use the color coding, that is yellow for the nerves, brown for muscle, red for arteries, blue for veins. Use the proper color coding. Let me show you what is the correct way to make notes. For example, I had to make the notes of a topic, ischioanal fossa. So what I did first of all was take an overview of the whole topic. That is the main topic that it's a part of. It's a part of the topic perineum. So first of all, I studied perineum. I made a diagram for it. Then I made some notes for this topic. Then I came to the anal region. I did not go in the details of perineum. I just took an overview and I moved on to the anal region. Then I studied a little bit about the anal region, made some notes. Of course, the textbooks have all the details in them, but then that is the point of making notes, that you take minimum stuff from the textbooks and you still cover up the whole topic. Then I moved on to the ischioanal fossa. Finally, you can see how concisely I've made all the notes. Then you can observe this diagram I made using all the proper color codings. Then I made one more diagram for better pictorization of the previous diagram in my head. You can see I've covered all the important subtopics, the subheadings of ischioanal fossa. Everything is covered concisely and crisply. And finally, I've moved on and talked about the clinical anatomy of this topic. Clinical anatomy is the most important part of the anatomy of any topic that you're studying, you always have to mention clinical anatomy. And that's all. Write in a legible handwriting and take your time while you're making the notes, because you will be rereading them throughout the year, so it will be a lot more better if they're visually appealing. Last but not the least is step number 4, which is the most important step, and that is to revise. You need to revise your notes from time to time if you actually want to put them to any good use. Make revision a habit and write down a schedule for revising all the topics that you've studied. And create a balance between studying topics. It shouldn't be like you've studied one topic just one time before the exams and other topics you've studied 10 times. It shouldn't be like that. Maintain a balance and rotate topics so that you end up revising all the topics in equal proportions. So this was my methodology to study anatomy. Apart from this, I'd also ask you to be attentive during DH, and during your lectures, I would suggest that you jot down notes and all the important points that your faculty tell. To score good marks in UC, you have to have command over your practical skills as well. That is, you need to be good at histology, at identifying the slides and knowing them. Then you need to be good with your bones, the anatomy of the bone, its parts, site determination, etc. The muscles, like on the cadaver, you should be able to identify the structures, the muscles, the important nerves, veins, etc. You should also have a thorough knowledge of x-rays. For example, of chest, like you should know how to count ribs, how to locate the position of the heart, then of foot, of hands, pelvic region, and so and so. And embryology is also asked in your practical exams. This is a subject that we tend to neglect, but if you really want to score good in your exams, then you have to study embryology too. So passing your UC exams takes limited effort, but scoring good is a completely different deal, and you need to work hard for that. But if you're willing to do so, you study with discipline and you'll definitely achieve your target. All the best for studying anatomy. If you have any queries, you can comment below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.